Mataji? Or...
Yeah, we can start.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining for today's special class. So we are very fortunate to have our Grace Nitai Sevini Mataji, a disciple of His Holiness Jayaprakash Guru Maharaj. So she's well known, so she doesn't need introduction. It's very hard to get her on schedule. So we are very fortunate and very thankful for her time. Go ahead, Mataji, you can start.
Thank you. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjanashlakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Damodar Bhagwan Ki Jai, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Ki Jai, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Ki Jai, Lakshmi Nrsingadev Bhagavan Ki Jai, Giriraj Govardhan Ki Jai, Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Guru Parampara Ki Jai, Vartaman Guru Vrinda Ki Jai, His Holiness Javtar Swami Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubheva cha patitani Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Jai. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be part of your Sunday program today. So it's been there's been too many things happening as of now here in Vizag. So my mind is totally occupied. We just had a very wonderful celebration of the New Year 2025, and then we are also gearing up for the upcoming Vaikuntha Ekadashi. Vaikuntha Ekadashi at Vizag, we celebrate very, very grandly. So apart from Saptadhwaras and Vaikuntha Dhwaram, we also have Pushya Abhishekam. So tons and tons of flowers come from Rajamandri in trucks, and then there's this whole thing happening in the temple. And then there are also so many things happening in the construction front also. So from this morning, I've been very busy. There's some halls and some Bhagavat Sapta halls. And so I'm involved in the interiors and designing. And we are trying to complete a hall by 10th. And we want to inaugurate it for Vaikuntha Ekadashi. So I've been running with the POP person, the ceiling guy, and the electrical guy, and the CCTV guy, and there's like so many things happening from morning. So I just came in, had a quick bath, and here I am in front of all of you. I've not thought about any specific topic. When Krishna Prabhu was asking me, I told him, don't, I've not thought about any topic, but whatever comes or whatever I've just discussed or recently happening at Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, maybe I'll just speak something from there. So Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, this is a program that we do every day, 365 days a year, morning 6 to 7. And as of now, Chaitanya Chatamrita Madhi Lila is going on. And this morning we were discussing about Vaishnava Ninda. So that topic came up. And we were just discussing that in Krishna consciousness, it's so important that apart from what we are doing, that, it's recharging our Krishna consciousness, like our daily sadhana and chanting and all. But these are the do's, but then there are also the don'ts, and how there has to be a balance between the do's and the don'ts. Otherwise, we may be doing so many things, but there are certain don'ts, and if we don't follow those don'ts, then we're just stuck where we are. We don't go forward. Like in the car, you have to, when you have your both the legs on both the accelerator and the brake, the car can't move forward. You'll have to remove your leg from the brake, and then the car moves forward. So if we are continuously doing what is required for Krishna consciousness, but we have not stopped doing what is not conducive for Krishna consciousness, then we can't move forward. In fact, last almost 1 week, everybody is like, Happy Krishna Conscious New Year, Happy Krishna Conscious New Year. Okay, so what we are basically trying to tell each other is that I wish may you have a 2025 which is more Krishna centered. Your life becomes more Krishna centered than what it was in 2024. So how do we do that if we actually mean it, or if we actually want ourselves and others to have a more Krishna conscious year in 2025? If it's a more Krishna conscious year, definitely it will be a happy new year. But how do we do that? So I often tell the devotees, if you tell somebody, how should I make uh, my payasam, my sweet rice more sweeter? Okay, just add more sweet to it. Then it becomes sweeter. You add more sugar and it becomes sweeter. Similarly, if you want to have a happy Krishna centered year, we need to add more Krishna in our life, and that we're already doing. I mean, gone are the days 20, 30 years back. We simply had a morning program chanting, and that's all about it. But now we have Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, so many courses, we have Zoom. I mean, we are actually adding so much Krishna to our life. Initially, it was like you go to a Sunday program, then you go to a temple, you drive, you go and see the deity, you hear, but now everything is on our phone. So we have actually added so much of Krishna to our life. Now we have courses, we have association online, we have Zoom right inside our drawing room, right inside our phone. So if everything is happening in the right way, then we're supposed to be more Krishna conscious than what the devotees were 20 years ago. But if we are not able to do that, and if they were better off than us, then something is going wrong. Like I was asking my younger son, I got a new phone, brand new phone, and then I charge it whole night, and by the afternoon next morning it's all gone. Why is it happening? Is there some problem with the battery? And he said, there's no problem. The problem is you are charging the phone, but you're not stopping the discharge, because so many apps are open inside your phone. Just close those apps and retain the recharge. So that is what is our Krishna conscious life about. We are chanting, we are attending the morning program, we're doing Vaishnava Seva, we're reading scriptures. Wonderful. So how do we retain it? So to retain it, we have to make sure that there's no discharge, and discharge happens so many dimensions in so many ways. So today in the 1 hour class that we have, I thought we will discuss what are the ways our, you know, our bhakti gets discharged. Why is it getting leaked? So I've come up with 6 quotient here by which we can do recharge discharge in a proper way. We do recharge and then we stop. So we do and then we don't. Because Krishna consciousness is just amazing. Everything is there. It's just that we have to put things in the right place and not do things which are not conducive for our Krishna consciousness. So the first thing that I came up with is we need to increase our intelligence quotient, because the main problem, as we keep hearing in all our ISKCON classes, is that we have a subtle body and we have a gross body. There's no issue much with the gross body because we leave it here. But the subtle body, we carry it life after life. And this subtle body is made up of false ego, mind, and intelligence. Now, what happens in the pure devotees? There is no false ego. They have a real ego. And their real ego is like, I am a servant of Krishna. So the ego sends that message to the mind, and the mind sends that message to the intelligence and says, yes, my dear intelligence, start working on it. Be a servant of Krishna. What should we do now? So things are very happy in their life. And those who are non devotees, things are happy in their life also, because they have so much of false ego. The false ego tells them, I am the master. The mind says, yes, boss. And the intelligent starts working on how to enjoy the life. So they are also busy in enjoying life. Pure devotees are also busy in serving Krishna. The only problem is us, because we are sadhakas. So sometimes suddenly our real ego comes up and tells us, hey, you are servant of Krishna. Come on, serve Krishna. And sometimes our false ego props up. No, I want to enjoy. And we are almost always confused. Shall I serve Krishna or shall I enjoy this? Shall I enjoy my senses or shall I use my senses in serving Krishna? So now the false ego, that is our boss, is always confused. And if the boss is confused, we can never be happy. So we have to ask the boss to resign. So if we ask the false ego to resign, then we have to make somebody else the boss in the company. So what devotees do or the sadhakas do is they have to make intelligence the boss. When the intelligence becomes boss, then the intelligence, by reading scriptures, guides the mind in a proper way, and that way the mind, false ego, and intelligence, everything is used in proper way in Krishna's service. But if we want to make intelligence the boss, because in this company there are only 3 workers, and if we want to make intelligence the CEO, then we have to make it capable of becoming CEO, and that capability will come if we equip our intelligence by reading scriptures. So this new year 2025, We can make a vow to ourselves that yes, I will make intelligence the boss and not the false ego, and I will equip my intelligence by doing lot of Shravanam and Kirtanam, by continuously hearing. I will be conscious of my position. Just other day I was sharing with the devotees that we had been to this one place where they do this. There was it was a mela, and they have this tarot reading cards. The parrot comes out from the cage, picks up a card with the beak, and then gives the card, and then again walks back inside the cage. And it's so funny that the parrot doesn't even understand that it has the freedom now to fly away. It doesn't understand. It becomes so conditioned that even though the tarot reader has opened the cage, the parrot comes out, picks up the card, and again goes back because it has become conditioned to live in the cage. In fact, when I was a young student in the college, we had this lesson on French Revolution. And then, there was this incident there, that all those people who were revolters and how they were all imprisoned in inhuman condition, and all as if they are some cement bags, one upon the another, in a small cramped room. There is no light coming there. They were just thrown some bread every day, and the whole situation was very dirty. And after some time, when this whole revolution calmed down and all, and then they were released, they didn't want to come out. They said, actually, we are comfortable here, we are getting bread and we are having place to stay, and we don't want to go. So mind is like that. It just gets conditioned to the situation. But actually this is not our place. We need to go back home, back to Godhead. But over a period of time, because we've been here for millions of lifetime now, so we are so conditioned, and we feel this is just natural to live like this, and to keep oscillating in sattva, rajas and tamo gunas, to suffer, sometimes happy, sometimes suffering. We think this is how the life is, but we don't understand the actual nature of the soul is anandamayo bhashyat, to be happy because we are part and parcel of Krishna. So with the intelligence, that conditioning will slowly go away. We even see in the when we were, a couple of years back, we were in Guruvayur, and we went to this very beautiful place. I don't know how many of you have been to Guruvayur, but if you ever get chance, go and see this elephant sanctuary that they have. Oh, it's so beautiful. I mean, there are hundreds of elephants, and you see that the Mahavats, the way they have trained the elephants, because when they were very young, the Mahavat ties them with the iron shackles onto an iron rod, and at that time they're not that powerful. So they're just bound by those shackles. But even when they grow up, the mind has become so conditioned that after growing up also, when they're shackled to that iron pole, they think, oh, we can't move now, I'm shackled up. But they don't understand that now they are so powerful, they can easily move away. But the mind is conditioned, no iron shackle, oh, that means I can't move. So yeah, the mind is like that. It gets conditioned over a period of time, and that conditioning or covering can be removed by Shravanam and Kirtanam. So this 2025, we can try and improve our intelligent quotient. The other thing that we could do, the second thing is improve our emotional quotient. Improve our emotional quotient. Love everybody, care for everybody, pray for everybody, and remove our emotional baggage that we have been carrying for many lifetimes now. In fact, this new year, I was giving Vizag devotees one mantra. I was telling them, past link, first blink, group think. There's three things that you need to work on. The past link. Sometimes, there are so many things that has happened in our past, and we keep lingering on it. Our mind is full of what has happened in the past. So if we can give it up, then our emotional dimensional will flourish, will grow, will be happy. In fact, in my intermediate years, I was very impressed by Nelson Mandela, and I had also read his biography. And at one point, when he actually gets released from that Robben Island after 27 years, and when they ask him, what does he feel, and because he has suffered so bitterly, and what are his most worst memories that he has of that prison, where he was. I mean, that prison was in a lunatic colony. So he says, I don't remember anything. I've forgotten. So he said, if I had remembered what had happened, then I would have my body is free, but I would have still imprisoned myself with those old memories. And I want to be a free man. So now, since I'm free, not only I'm physically free, I'm mentally free also. I've given up all that past things, whatever has happened, forgotten and forgiven. So, such a beautiful thing. But as devotees, though we do our sadhana very well, but discharge happens, the leak happens when we hold on to the things that have happened in the past. Why this happened? Why that happened? Mostly our mind is either worried about the future, lamenting about the past. It's never living in the present. So we need to give up on that past links. In fact, there was a school in Japan who made the children do this exercise where they asked them to, bring boiled potatoes. So the number of people that you don't like in your classroom, that many potatoes you bring. And the children were asked to carry those boiled potatoes all the way wherever they were going the whole day. At the end of the day, the children got so frustrated. The potatoes were smelling so bad and they were weighing so heavy. Then they thought to themselves, oh, why did I say 7 people, I don't like? Why did I say 10 people? Oh, this girl is so lucky. She just has one potato. And the teacher said that carrying these potatoes is so heavy. What about the mental baggage that you are carrying? It's weighing so heavy on you. Why don't you just free yourself? So, yeah, this is one thing we can do in 2025. Free ourselves from everything that has happened in the past, all the bad memories, and just keep the good ones. Even in our photo album, if there are photos where we have blinked or we haven't smiled properly, we'll remove them. We only keep nice photos where we are looking good, we are smiling. So when in a photo album we are so picky to pick the right photos and keep the right photos, why not keep the right photos in the album of the mind, so that at the end of the life, when we are leaving this body, the right album or the right thing will come in our focus, only the good things and the happy things that has happened to us. So yeah, remove the past links. In fact, when this Akshardham episode happened, and so many sadhus were, some of them were injured, some died in the terrorist attack. The head of Akshardham, the Swami Narayan Sanstha, the first thing that he told his disciples is that don't speak anything in the press that will agitate the other Hindus to go against this other community which is troubling us. And then the other thing he said, that forgive the terrorists. Okay, that's fine, forgive the terrorists, but the next thing that he said is amazing. He said, not only forgive them, but he said, pray for them, because they don't know what's right. So I thought that was, amazing to be able to forgive, and not only forgive, but to pray for them, to be able to pray for them. That's something really special. So, yeah, if we want to go back home, back to Godhead, if we want to be devotees in the real sense, then all these qualities need to be developed in us. So, yes, past link, forget whatever has happened. In fact, there's not much that we can learn from Bollywood, but there's one thing that we can learn from Bollywood. You see, in Bollywood, sometimes somebody is given a role of a hero, sometimes the same person is given a role of villain. But what happens over a period of time? I remember during my younger age, there were one or two characters who were always villain in every movie. So as young girl, when we used to see him in some other role, we were so much conditioned that we used to think, maybe after interval he's going to show his real colors. How can he be so good? Because every movie we have seen him as a bad person. Maybe he's going to do something bad just after the interval of this movie, and we are very much surprised if we see the whole movie he has been a good man. So our mind becomes conditioned. His bad means bad, but it's not like that. In the Bollywood movies, they keep changing roles. So like that, we also need to debrand people in our life. We have branded them. This person is like this. This person is negative. This person arrogant. This person aggressive. This person egoistic. Let's just debrand them. Let's not keep them any titles. Let's just start afresh, 2025. No branding of anybody. We're just starting a fresh thing. Everybody as if we are seeing them for the as if we are seeing them for the first time. So we can do that. Cut the past link. And now coming to the first blink. Always be positive. The first reaction or response to anything that happens in your life should be positive, positive, positive. and I was just traveling to Pune last month in December, and the flight from I don't have a direct flight, so I went Pune, Chennai, Chennai, Vizag. So when I was traveling Pune, Chennai flight, it got, I mean, because of the bad weather and all, it got delayed, and it was an important program. So many devotees waiting, and I really wanted to be there in that flight. So I was in the airport, and there was this one lady came and sat next to me, and she wanted to show me a picture. It seems that her son, was, when he was 6 months old, had participated in our Janmashtami fancy dress competition. Now he's a grown-up boy. So she met me and she was showing me that pictures. She was showing me that pictures, and then she was telling me, Mataji, how can you be so cool? Everybody's getting upset, and they're, like shouting on the airline people, why the flight is delayed and all. How can you be so cool? And I was telling her, look, if the flight is delayed, there can be only three reasons. One is maybe the pilot is not doing well, or and if the pilot is not doing well, I really don't want to fly with the pilot who is not doing well. Or maybe the flight is delayed because there may be some technical problem in the flight, and if there is really a technical problem in the flight, definitely I don't want to be there in that flight. If there is a technical problem, I'm very happy here. What will I do with a technical problem 30,000 feet above the ground? And then the third problem may be the weather. And if it's the weather, and there may be some other problem when we actually, fly up. So better we are comfortable here. So let's look at things more positively. So this is a small situation, but in every situation in a life, if we do simha avalokan, step back a little bit, take out yourself from that situation and try to look at things neutrally, and you will try to, things start making better sense. When we involve ourselves right there in that, then it becomes a little complicated. But step back, and as if you are not the part of this situation, and then try to look at things, it'll make more sense. So yeah, past link, cut it off. First blink, always be positive in every situation and try and understand and give benefit of doubt. There must be something to it. Don't get so worked up on it. And group think. Avoid this group think. What people will say, what the whole world is doing. The whole world has become abnormal. And we don't want to fit in their definition of normal. So forget about it. My favorite example of this donkey and the father and the son. Whether you sit on the donkey, whether you walk by the side of the donkey, whether you carry the donkey, people will always have something to say. So don't worry so much about what people think. Just have a mentor in your life, or somebody, and whom you value and whose opinions or suggestions matter, and keep going ahead. So yeah, increase your emotional quotient, remove your emotional baggage of the past, and be nice to people, be love people, pray for everybody. I remember as a young girl, my mother always taught me this one line that we always did when we went to temple. Bhagwan badhanu bhalu kare. She used to teach me, always pray that may Krishna bless everybody in this world. Maybe everybody in this world be blessed. So that's one thing we can always keep in mind, because in that everybody will be included. So that one thing we can do. And yeah, be emotionally strong. Be emotionally strong. So one thing is increase your intelligent quotient. Second thing is your emotional quotient. The if you want to define Krishna consciousness, there are only three things in this. Krishna consciousness is the art of living, art of loving, and art of leaving. Art of living, how do you live your life? Art of loving, how you love everybody around you. And art of leaving, how well you can leave your body with Narayan Smriti in your mind. So yes, increase your intelligent quotient and manage your emotional quotient. See, if there are too many little things in your mind, then you will lose the focus on the important thing. See, if your house is full of litter, even if I come and give you a precious diamond, it will be lost in that litter. But if it's clean, then you can see that sparkling diamond. If there are too many things in our mind, where then we can't understand this Krishna conscious bija, this seed which Guru and Krishna has given us. But if we clear our mind of all the past emotional baggage, then we can clearly see and value the seed of Krishna consciousness. And Love each and every devotee. In fact, in the Western culture, it's more about how many people love you. By that way, they decide or pronounce that how happy is your life. Oh, this many people love you, this many people like you. But in our Vedic culture, it's not about how many people like us, it's about how many people whom we like, how many people we love. That adds to our success. How many people do you love? How many people are you able to love? How big is your heart? How many people can you consider as your own? Right? That's why we have this concept of, you know, everybody, like what do you say that? Kutumbam. What do you, I'm just forgetting the name. Yeah. So you have
Vasudhaiva Kutumbam.
everybody. Yeah, Vasudeva Kutumbam. Yeah, you have Vasudeva Kutumbam. Everybody is a part of your bigger family. And that's what Krishna wants us to do. That's why Krishna says, Yo mam pashyati sarvatra, sarvatra mai pashyati. If we are devotee, we see Krishna everywhere and we see in everybody Krishna. That's what we want to achieve at the end of our life. We clean our fridge every day. Otherwise, it starts smelling. If you don't clean your fridge, the paisam may smell like dal and the dal may smell like pickle. But if when we are cleaning our fridge every day, why not clean our mind? Better not to keep any past impressions, any past links. Always keep a fresh and happy mind and consider everybody, not only devotees, but everybody as a part of our family. So increase your intelligent quotient, manage your emotional quotient. Now comes to the third one. It's your spiritual quotient. This 2025, it's not only about chanting our 16 rounds or hearing Bhagavatam class or rendering service, but what about the qualities that Krishna has mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita chapter 12? And then in the Chaitanya Charitamrita and elsewhere in Bhagavad Gita, in so many places, so many qualities that Krishna has himself listed out. So this 2025, we can make a goal to get all those qualities, if not all. If we try for moon, we may get stars. Like the Benjamin Franklin, when he was 20 years old, he made a list of 12 qualities that he wanted to acquire. And immediately his friend said, I don't think you can get those qualities. And he said, well, at least I'm trying. And when he was 87, his friend came and met him and said, hey, when you were 20, you made a list. So how many of that qualities you could get? He said, I couldn't get all of them. But the fact that the whole life I tried to get them made me a good human being. The whole life that I tried to acquire those qualities made me into a good human being. So, yeah, maybe we can't get all those 36 qualities of Adveshta, Sarva Bhutana, Maitra, Karuna, Evacha, Nirmama, Nirahankara, Sama, Dukkha, Sukha, Shami, Santushta, Satatam, Yogi, Yatatmam, Dridanischaya. Maybe Himayarpit, Mano, Buddhi, we may not be able to, but at least we can try. This 2025, we can make a list. Okay, at least one or two or three, this year I will try to get those qualities. And then to get those qualities, we need an mentor in our life. We need a person who can help us know where we stand, because to know our own problems or our own weaknesses is very difficult. It's like trying to see a black ant on a black stone on a Amavasya night. Very difficult. We can't, when we talk about introspection, but it's very difficult. We need somebody else to help us with that introspection, to help us and guide us. And we need somebody as a guru apart from other senior Vaishnavas, because sometimes the senior Vaishnavas may be like a friend who can give a suggestion, but we need a guru who is like a mother, not a friend who gives suggestion, a mother who forcibly feeds medicines to the child or an apple juice or a soup. We need somebody like that in our life whom we revere, whom we love, whom we respect, and who will administer things to us, a little push us, or be little pushy and help us go further and help us to become the our best of ourselves, and also to take positively the corrections that are given to us by others. That will also help us improve our quality. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that it's a fortune, or it's a great opportunity to have people in our life who are ready to let us know where we are erring. Otherwise, mostly people try to avoid giving us straightforward corrections. They want to be nice to us, they want to be sweet to us. Very rarely we have somebody in life who will tell us what we actually are and show us the mirror. So that's one thing. And we have to work on it, instead of looking at others and he's like this or he's like that. If we can, this 2025, focus on how am I and where am I and where am I to go and how will I cross this distance and what angle or what dimension I have to improve. So this is one thing we can do. So increasing the intelligent quotient, managing the emotion quotient, trying to improve on our spiritual quotient, to have a mentor in our life who can help us, guide us. This one pastime of Prabhupada I was hearing the other day, and I liked it so much. It was about Satyadhanya Prabhu or somebody, and how he probably the fan was running and he had locked the room. And Prabhupada saw that. So in the Bhagavatam class, Prabhupada was saying, just look at him, fan running, and the room is closed, fan is running. So after that, the next class also same thing. And after that, in the general morning conversation, after that, in the random room everywhere, Prabhupada kept talking about it again and again. Fan running, room closed. Fan running, room closed. Now he got completely frustrated. He told Tamal Krishna Maharaj, I'm leaving ISKCON. Prabhupada is too heavy on me. I'm not able to take it. Then Tamal Krishna Maharaj went and informed Prabhupada. And instead of Prabhupada like, oh really? Prabhupada said, oh, that's nice. I'm happy to hear that. And then Prabhupada said, call him. And then Tamal Krishna Maharaj was surprised that why did Prabhupada said that's nice. And Prabhupada said the fact that he's feeling bad about it, that's a good symptom. When your guru says something, you should feel about it. So, sometimes we become so, I don't know what you say, we become so strong headed that, nothing makes difference, like in our school also many times, when I discuss with teachers, and some students, the teachers tell me, ma'am, no use whether you punish him, scold him, inspire him, do sama, danda, bheda, nothing affects him. He has the same expression on the face. Sometimes the teachers give up on that kind of a student when he's not even feeling bad, even in spite of your scolding or punishing him. So Prabhupada was trying to say that the fact that he's feeling hurt, okay, there is some emotion, and I can dovetail that. But if you don't feel anything about it and you are like, no emotion, whatever you say doesn't make any difference, if you become very thick skinned, then nobody can help you. So yeah, devotee has to be a little, yeah, okay, I want to improve myself. That feeling, or rather, oh, why did I do like? There should be some kind of a guilt also that, and then that can be channelized in a positive way. So then Prabhupada called Satadhana Prabhu and then counseled him, and then after that, of course, rest was history. But yeah, so yeah, this is one thing, to have somebody in our life who will be fearless to give us corrections and is not worried about what she will think, what he will think, whether I should say this or not. Somebody who can fearlessly tell us, and give us correction. That's such a privilege. So that's one thing. The next thing is adversity quotient, intelligent quotient, spiritual quotient, emotional quotient, and the adversity quotient. Yeah, we need to increase our tolerance because every day is not going to be sunshine. So let's learn to enjoy rain. Let's learn to enjoy rain because every day is not going to be a sunshine. So this 2025, let's be mentally prepared. Yeah, there will be some up and down. It's not going to be rosy. Nothing is going to be rosy. This is Dukhalaya Mashashvatam. There will be some things up and down. I may achieve something, I may fail to do certain things may happen, but I have to tolerate. So adversity quotient, we can increase our adversity quotient this 2025. So many things happen. Just remind ourselves whenever we go through the hard times, whenever we go through the tough times, let's just remind ourselves, is this the worst that has happened to me? If this is not the worst that has happened to me, then there's nothing to worry. I can easily overcome. Oh, if this is the worst thing that has happened to me, never ever such a thing has happened, then also, okay, I will learn how to overcome it. And that way, be tolerant, be patient, right? Just the car acronym. Change the changeable, accept the unchangeable, and remove yourself from that which is unacceptable and live your life like that. So, yeah, the adversity quotient. Don't keep complaining. And what do you say? Don't go to the court regularly. Settle with the out of court settlement. That means your mind will always keep complaining. This is not correct, that is not correct, this is not correct. But do an out of court settlement with your mind. Everything cannot be perfect. Everything cannot be great. It can be reasonably good. That's all. We shouldn't keep very high expectation. Just the other day, my maternal uncle, he got his bypass surgery done. Most of the time, my family is not that in touch with me because they are busy with their life, and you know how busy ISKCON keeps you. Whom I was hearing the other day, and Maharaj was telling very nice that Vaman Dev is not only in the life of Bali Maharaj, Vaman Dev is in life of all ISKCON devotees, because Krishna comes in our life in a little, one step, and that's it. The first step, second step, and the third step, he just takes the whole of us. So yeah, we think, okay, I mean, I will manage, but there is no management here. Krishna is a monopoly God. He just takes whole of you. So, I have my own busy, ISKCON life, and then they are busy in their own. But then after many years, maybe 20 years or something, I got a call saying that he's going to get a bypass surgery. And since I'm in ISKCON, and he had this sentiment that he wanted to hear me or talk to me before he goes to the operation theater. So I spoke to him, and then what I was very amused is that how positive he was. So he was telling me, dear, I've become very rich. So I said, I'm sorry, Mama, what is that? So he said, I've become very rich. So I said, how is that? So he said, look, I'm old now. I have iron in my arteries. I have gold in my teeth. I have silver in my hair. I have crystal in my bladders, and there is full supply of natural gas. Then we both had a laugh. So I was just thinking, okay, that's a positive way of looking at things. So yeah, we can't change situation. Let's just change the way we look at it, our perspective. This 2025, this is what we can do. That's under our control. What will happen to us is not under our control, but how we'll respond to it, that's under our control. We can change the context. We can't change the content, but we can change the context. Let's stay longer in this game than others can, or that's the only thing we can do. Let's try our best. Everybody is tolerating, and then you will see with your own eyes, in your own family, in your own community. Give up, like in the game of kabaddi. you have to continuously hold your breath, kabaddi, 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 continuously. You can't stop. You stop, you're out of the game. So yeah, the only thing that you can do is you try your best to hold on to it as long as it is possible. So in our day-to-day life, we will see, yeah, this person stopped and then he's out of the game, and that person is out of the game, and that person's out of the game. But at least let us try to be in the game as long as we can. That means, people may just break. They cannot tolerate, because this material world is like that, and we don't know what is our past karma baggage. According to that, we may be getting results once in a while here, there, and popping up here and there, popping up. So many things will pop up in our life, and similarly, it will happen in others' life also. So in front of us, we'll be seeing so many of them giving up, not able to take anymore, But we should try to be in the game as long as possible, as long as try to increase our tolerating capacity and somehow be in the game, be in this, see, whether you look at things positively or negatively, things won't change. You can make yourself comfortable by looking at things positively. Who was telling me the other day, I mean, he was looking at old age as negatively. He was telling, oh, the whole childhood I spent in homework, and then the whole youth I spent in home alone, and now I am home alone in my old age. Neither my children are with me, neither my grandchildren. They're all in America. So yeah, you can keep looking at things negatively, or you can look at it positively. Oh, it's good riddance. They're there in America now. I can do my sadhana nicely. So yeah, there are ways you can look at things. So yes, adversity quotient. Increase your adversity tolerating capacity in this 2025. Don't get bogged down by this mind. This mind will give tatparya and bhashyam translation and purports to everything that happens in our life. See, there are certain things which are actual situations, and then there are certain narrations which the mind keeps, giving on its own. Don't get so much bogged up at it. Always remember this Bhishma Stuti, not Bhishma Stuti, Brahma Stuti. Tatte nukampa susamikshamano bhunjana evatmakritam vipakam. Yeah, hridvag vapubhir vidadhan namaste. Brahma is telling in his stuti in the 10th canto to Krishna that, okay, the devotee who tolerates, everything that comes in his life as an arrangement, not of the Lord. He thinks that this is my previous life karma and patiently waits for Lord's mercy. And while waiting with his body, mind, and words, serves the Lord, becomes the rightful candidate for liberation, or the rightful candidate for going back home, back to Godhead. So we can keep such beautiful verses in our cell phone, laptop, walls, kitchen tiles, everywhere around, so that we keep reminding ourselves to be more and more tolerant and patient. The next thing we can do is C. C for clarity quotient. This 2025, let's talk to ourselves. Where do you plan to go? What's your goal? Do you really want to go back home, back to Godhead? Or you just want to have a good, comfortable life? Or what do you want to do? There should be a clarity. The problem is we are not sure what we want to do. Sometimes we are too inspired, sometimes we are not inspired, sometimes we chant well, sometimes we don't chant at all. So this 2025, we can have a clarity, write down, speak to ourselves, have a journal, talk to our mind and talk to ourselves. What do we want to do? What are we trying to achieve? If we have that clarity, there'll be no questions. If you are clear, you want to go to Kashmir, there's no doubt. Pack up some jumpers and sweaters and polo shirts. Oh, you're going to Kanyakumari? No doubt. Then you just have some light clothes. But if you're confused, then you'll always ask, shall I pack the sweater? Shall I not pack this? Shall I pack it? Shall I not pack it? Because you're not sure where do you want to go. Because we are not sure, we're always asking, shall I go for yatra? Shall I not go? Shall I give this donation? Shall I not give? Shall I go for Mangalarti? Shall I not go? Shall I attend the Sunday program? No. Shall I open the Bhagavatam? Not open the Bhagavatam. All the questions because we don't know what's our goal. We're not sure about our goal. So we need to talk to ourselves. Are you a traveler or are you a wanderer? Wanderer ends up nowhere. Traveler has a fixed destination and he plans it and reaches the destination. So are you a traveler or you are a wanderer? Talk to yourself and have a clarity. The next thing we can do is GQ. Let's increase our GQ. That's grateful quotient. This 2025, let's be grateful for whatever has happened to us, even if we can't be grateful in about situations, we can at least be grateful amidst those situations. Yeah, so many things will happen, but we'll always try and see what's good in that and count your blessings. Like we always say, those who are not grateful are grateful. We have to be grateful. A grateful heart is a happy heart. If we are resentful, we can't get Krishna. Only a grateful heart can get Krishna. So this 2025, let's thank Krishna, thank the devotees, thank everybody in our life for whatever they have done for us or for just being in our lives. So this is one thing we can do. Thank you, thank you, thank you is a mantra for 2025. In fact, I know several times I've told this that, I run a school here and my cabin is right next to the nursery kids. And there's this very beautiful poem that they recite. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for the birds that sing. Thank you for the food we eat. Thank you for the world so sweet. Thank you, God, for everything. And when they say that everything, they say it so loudly. And I just love that last line when they say, thank you, Krishna, for everything. And they are little children. Probably they don't even know what they're saying. They're parroting. But yeah, we can take up that line in our life. Thank you, Krishna, for everything. For this eyes, nose, ears, this body, for getting this opportunity to get connected to this glorious Guru Parampara, getting opportunity for, having Prashadam, devotee community, Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in our life, right? We can actually make a balance sheet of our life, just like we have balance sheet every year, April 1st. this 2025 we can have a balance sheet, what all, just like a businessman, how much profit he has made. We can also reflect on what all happened to us, and we can resolve to get better and reconnect to Guru Parampara in a enthusiastic way and redirect our life, in a proper way towards Krishna. So grateful quotient. This is one thing, the one mantra that I keep telling myself. That's my personal mantra. I say, "Je Hari Kare, say Mama Hita." Whatever Lord does is for my hita. I was just sharing the other day with the devotees. I feel somebody asked me, I think it was in Pune. Some mataji was asking me, "How do you be happy all the time?" And I mean, why? why how do you be happy all the time? And how come you like? Why do you smile all the time? How are you able to do it? And I was just telling them that the secret behind my smile is there's just three things that I remember. That Krishna loves me, and that Krishna who loves me, he's the most powerful person in this world. So imagine the most powerful person in this world loves me. And the third thing is, because he's the most powerful person in the world, okay, he's willing to help me. Now, there may be so many people who are very powerful in this world, and probably you may have a selfie with that person, or maybe that person knows you and you know that person. But the fact that they are willing to help you, they may not be willing to help you. But can you believe it? There is this one person in this world who is very powerful, and he loves me and he's willing to help me, and he's not worried about anybody else but only me. Everybody has their own customized Krishna. My Krishna is only worried about me and is not worried about you or her or anybody in this world. He's just thinking about me, how to take me back home. He loves me. So I think that uh, makes makes you feel so happy from inside. Imagine you have a connection with the most powerful person in the world. How light and how happy you feel. So yeah, I was just sharing that with them, that that's the secret. You know, always just remember these three things in your life. He's most powerful, he loves me, and he's only thinking about me. He's willing to help me and he's only thinking about me, nobody else in this world. So imagine how privileged we are, right? So yeah, so increase our grateful quotient. Let's be grateful to Krishna and stop our but. This is fine, but I'm comfortable here, but Prashadam, I'm comfortable, but this person is looking at, but stop that buts. Just be happy in whatever situation that Krishna has put you, because he knows that's the right situation for you. Otherwise he wouldn't have put you in that situation, because he loves you. If he has put you in that situation, maybe that's the right situation for us. So yeah, increase the intelligent quotient, work on your spiritual quotient, manage your emotional quotient, tolerate the adversity in your life, have clarity. Sometimes we say something but we mean something. you know there was this one man who participated in a competition, elocution, and he spoke so eloquently. So the way he spoke, the topic was, does God exist? And he spoke excellently, that God does not exist. And he spoke so well, so well. Everybody was like applause, applause. And in fact, after the program, they went to him on the stage and they told him that you spoke so well, we are all convinced that God doesn't exist. So wonderfully you made your presentation. And what was his response? He said, well, I could do this presentation nicely only by God's mercy, only because of God's mercy. So imagine he's speaking something, but at the heart of his heart he feels, oh, this is all because of God. Similarly happens to in our lives also. So many things we say but we don't mean them. But maybe this 2025, we can just align everything about what we are saying, doing, thinking, everything in one line. Then we can run fast towards our goal. And yes, be grateful, appreciate devotees. Very important. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says something very special, very simple. He says, two things that you do can take you back home, back to Godhead. One is chant Second thing is don't criticize. That's all we need to do. Don't do ninda and keep chanting. That's it. If we can do that, we'll have a wonderful Krishna conscious journey. And even our gratefulness should not be vague. Sometimes we vaguely, yeah, thank you, Krishna, for everything. No, it's very specific. Just like Kunti Devi in her stuti, very specifically she mentions, oh, Krishna, you helped my son Bhima when he was poisoned. You helped us from the Lakshagra. You helped us in the battlefield. You helped protecting my grandson. You protect us from the Asad Sabha. You did protected us from Baka. Everything she keeps mentioning specifically. Specific gratitude is real gratitude because you're actually counting things. So we can do that in 2025. Not generally saying, thank you, Krishna. That's very formal. Specifically, thank you for what happened yesterday. Thank you for what happened this morning. Thank you for what happened day before yesterday. Every single day, fresh gratitude. Just like we like to have fresh lettuce, fresh spinach in our, in our cooking, fresh gratitude, not what has happened 10 days ago, or oh Krishna, thank you for giving me the parents. After some time it will become monotonous and boring. Thank you for this parents, thank you for Guru Parampara. Yeah, nice, but also thank you for this and thank you for that, and every little thing that's happening. It's good to thank Krishna for every little thing that's happening in our life rather than waiting for something extraordinary to happen and forgetting Krishna in that pursuit. Instead, let us remember Krishna for every small thing that's happening in our life. That's very important. Thank you, Krishna, every day. And what will happen? If we start thanking Krishna like this every day, we'll become very mindful and we'll start living consciously. We'll keep our eyes and ears open for everything that's happening around us. Yeah, this is also Krishna's intervention. And that is also Krishna's intervention. That's why things happen so nicely in my life, right? So keep your eyes and ears open and be grateful to Krishna. And if we keep thanking Krishna every single day, then what happens? Thank you for this, thank you for this, thank you for this, thank you for this. And then what should I do for you? You're already doing so many things for me. We'll get that. That is why you see pure devotees, why they cry and why they're thinking, oh Krishna, I'm not doing anything for you. Why are they getting that feeling naturally? Because they're thanking Krishna, they're grateful. So they are thinking, oh Krishna has given me this, given me this, given me this. But what did I do for him? But if we're not counting, then it's not coming naturally for us. If we start counting, then we'll get that same bhava that the pure devotees get. What should I do for you, Krishna? What did I do? I'm not able to do anything for you. Then, then it will not be lip deep. It will be heart deep when we say this, Krishna. What can I do for you? How can I serve you? How should I serve you? It will become heart deep if we start counting. What can I do for you, Krishna? Right? And the last one, appreciation. Appreciate devotees around you, whatever way they have helped you in your life, or just the fact that they are, maybe even if they haven't helped you personally, the fact that if they have inspired you in some way, or if they have indirectly done something, keep looking keep looking for ways how to appreciate people around us, value them. Sometimes the things that we get very easily, we don't value them. When they're no more with us, then we think, oh, that was very nice situation. I don't know why I did this to myself. So appreciate. You start making a list of the things that you appreciate. Okay, appreciate this quality, that situation, this person, that person. Oh, it will make you feel so rich. If you start practicing gratitude and appreciation, you'll suddenly start feeling so rich. Oh, I think I'm already having everything that a person needs in my life. And yes, finally, pray, 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 pray. This coming 2025 that has already begun. Pray, 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 pray very hard. When Gandhiji was asked by somebody, why are you praying so much? Do you think by praying you can change Krishna's mind, Lord's mind, or God's mind? And Gandhiji said, no, my praying won't change God's mind. My praying will change my mind. And I will start aligning myself with God's wish. That is why I'm praying. So that I align myself to Krishna's will. I start accepting God's every plan. So that's the whole point. The prayer is not to make Krishna accept all our wishes. Krishna, 2025, do this for me, do that for me. No. this 2025, Krishna, let me have the strength to follow your every plan, when every plan that you have made for me. Give me that strength to align myself to your wish and desire, and I can, serve you, worship you, pray, chant, have proper Vaishnava behavior, develop good qualities, be patient, and give me this privilege to hang around in this devotee community, and increase my sincerity in my bhajan. And we don't know whether we are capable of going back home, back to God, but at least if we can be in association of devotees and somehow hold their dhoti, maybe if they are going, somehow we'll be also dragged along with them. So yeah, the last pray. So that's it. I wind up with this. We spoke about how to increase your intelligent quotient, manage your emotional quotient, develop your spiritual quotient, work on your clarity quotient, tolerate the adversity quotient, be grateful, appreciate everybody in life. And that's it. Have a great 2025. I'll pray for all of you, and all of you, please keep me in your prayers. Thank you so much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. It's crisp and succinct, giving the code of conduct of a Vaishnava. Prabhupada has given all this. They have summarized it so well, so we can try to follow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone has quick questions? One or two?
Hare Krishna, Dandavas Pranams. Thank you so much, Mataji. My favorite part was the three things, behind the smile. Just Krishna loves me. He's the most powerful and he's willing to help me, thinking only of me and wanting to help me go back home. So that was a big takeaway home. I was wondering, Mataji, if this class is going to be posted on a YouTube channel to watch later, or if there is also regular classes that you give, and if we can be invited to those Zoom sessions. I just heard about it through the Yayapataka Swami North America WhatsApp group about this class. So if you have that information, whoever posted that message, if they could add YouTube channel and regular Zoom meeting ID, Mataji.
I will share it with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so yes, Mataji, this class will be posted soon on my YouTube channel. And yeah, I give a everyday class, 365 days a year, morning 6 to 7 Indian time. So I think I'll ask the devotee to put it on the chart now, the Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Zoom link. And also he can post a number, so you can get yourself into one of my WhatsApp groups where you will get regular message of if there is any class I'm giving. Of course, off late I've been hardly giving classes. I've got myself busy with some other service. I've changed my department from giving classes to construction. So busy I've got with things. I'm hardly giving classes, but this I do every morning, 6 to 7. I'm with the devotees. We're reading Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela. So yes, you can connect to us. So I think he has already posted in the chart. You can just get the link from there.
Oh, Mataji, I don't see it in the chat. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. As usual, it's a wonderful and clear class. So my question is, you said that when we are clear whether we are going to Kanyakumari or Kashmir, based on that we will take the clothes and all. So this example looks very clean and clear, but my daughter always asks me this question. So whatever chanting do, whatever the reading she does, like either Bhagavatam, she is always saying that is I'm doing the matter of duty, but that is not relax for me. So I need some TV time. So she is telling that. After that also she is telling that TV time, I know it is not good, it is not conducive, but I am going to do that. Like she's feeling regret also.
Okay. So did
So
you watch
my
TV?
question is what to do? Why it is happening like that?
Did you watch TV when you were young?
Yes.
So allow her to watch. Yeah, it's okay. She's also doing Bhagavatam reading, right? So yeah,
Yes.
over a period of time, yeah, she'll be fine. So do allow her to do that. Yes.
Okay.
Gokul
I
Priya
always
Mataji.
tell, always tell this: please don't expect your children to be Prahlad Maharaj. It's not fair to them.
Thank you, Mataji. Gokul Priya.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you so much, Krishna Ramanandalu. Thank you so much, Mataji, Nityanavin Mataji, for the class. I'm so inspired by your classes. I wanted to express my gratitude towards you. Please don't change your service, Mataji. You should be giving classes. You are inspiring people all over the world. Whenever I have to speak, I always first go on YouTube or on your channel and see what if you have spoken on that topic. And even if I read something, I say, "Oh wow, Mataji has given these examples." So you are an inspiration. So thank you so much for everything. So Mataji, I have a couple questions on what you spoke today. One is, you mentioned about loving everyone, right? So we do pray every day. You Sarve sukhino bhavatu. Let everybody be happy. But I just feel loving is I don't know. It's a little too much only because I feel we should also be protecting ourselves because like we don't associate with non-devotees, but even within devotee community, sometimes we put our trust with few people, and loving is so huge that how do we protect ourselves, Mataji? Like if we just um, you know um, I don't know.
Okay,
Does
so
that help? Mhm.
if I understand your question, you said it's nice to love everybody and pray for everybody, but should we not be protective about ourselves?
Mhm.
Well, yes, we can, but that has nothing to do with our praying for them. So you may not be doing well, or you might not be having very healthy relation, let's say with some particular devotee or a particular person. But you can always pray for him. That has
Yeah.
nothing to do with our relationship with him. And I tell you, over a period of time, if you keep praying for him and if you keep praying for him, your relationship will improve. And I've practically seen that when I've given that exercise to one or two devotees. They had some issue with their mother-in-law or something, and then I told them every single day, pray for him and pray for her and pray for her, and it really works out. And so our praying for everybody has nothing to do with what happens. And regarding being protective about ourselves, I wouldn't use the word protective, I would use the word careful. So yeah, if certain association is not very nourishing and it's not helping our Krishna consciousness, we maintain a safe distance to avoid Vaishnava Prad. That's it, and we keep going. And see, there will be so many situations where certain association we can't avoid because we have certain seva, same department with them. So we just have to have a Hare Krishna, how are you? And keep a distance and keep continuing your seva. And certain associations are very negative. The 10 minutes of that association just drains you off, and another 1 week of your chanting gets spoiled. And then there are certain associations, even the 10 minutes of that association makes you so happy and spirited for the whole week ahead. So yeah, there will be different kind of association and you can't avoid, you will have to face all through. But then just see what can be done in your particular situation. And whenever you have to face that kind of negative associations, try to increase your positive associations a little high. Make the quota, or what you say, make the dose of is your negative association, because certain people, person, situations you can't avoid, because that's there's a carry forward you have with them from the previous life. But at least this life we want to close the accounts happily, because even if this life we continue that account with them, it will again continue to the next life and we don't want to see them again. So this life, forget, forgive, and try your best to make that thing into positive. Don't give up on it. Okay, no, keep trying, because we don't want to have even one person in this world who doesn't like us, or one person in the world whom we don't like. We don't want to do that. If we want to go back home, back to Godhead, we'll have to go all clean, all clean. And for that all clean, yeah, it's a challenge. So yeah, it will be a challenge and we have to face it, because we're not going to Kroger or D-Mart. We are going to Goloka Vrindavan. And yeah, for that, we really have to, it's lofty, and we really need to have lot of patience and tolerance. It's not that easy to go back home, back to Godhead. We have to really become sadhu and get all that good qualities. And it'll happen. It'll not happen in one day, but at least we'll try. We keep working on it. And at least we'll be conscious about it. Okay, this association is not very nourishing, and yes, and I try to keep safe distance. At the same time, I will also think and work on it. How can I make this more positive? Now, again, having said that, sometimes it's not only just from your side. Sometimes even they may be having so much baggage. What you must have done something to them in their previous life, so they're not able to be loving and friendly to you, no matter how much you try from your side. It's not their fault. Jiva Goswami says all these good people in this world are forced to behave badly with me because of my previous karma. What can the poor fellows do? I have done something to them in my previous life. They're not able to behave nicely with me, no matter how much they try. So, yeah, just pray for them and try and close your accounts this lifetime.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji. That really helps. I'll continue to pray, so one day I'll be able to love them again. So, thank you, Mataji. Second question I had was you had mentioned about feedback and when someone gives us feedback, take it positively and whatnot. Sometimes we're in a position of giving feedback, and I asked you this question in one of your lectures, and you had given a very good response to that. But my question today is, if we give that feedback to someone and they always be defensive, right? Every time, how do we give up on them and we say it's okay, it's just falling on dead ears or deaf ears, let's not go further. Is it okay to give up on people like that and just even if you're in a position of helping them in personal life, in spiritual life?
So your question is that even when we give a nice feedback, there are people who don't take it. So after a period of time, shall we give up on them? Now there are two things to this. Do we give up on our children? We don't. I remember when my elder son, I used to feed him this soup and all. My God, sometimes he would just vomit on me completely, but I would never give up. Again, get up, take bath, again make the soup. And my husband used to tell, hats off to your patience. How do you do it all over again? And I'm like, no, I will do it all over again because he has to take this soup. So we have to keep a mother's heart sometime. Never give up on anybody. If Prabhupada would have given up on us and our mentors would have given up on us, what would have happened? The fact that they didn't give up on us, we are here today. So never give up on anybody and keep trying. But while trying, if that's not very healthy for you and it's not making you comfortable in your Krishna consciousness, and it's okay, forget about it, because we need to wear our mask and oxygen before we help others. But if it's okay and you have that patience, then don't give up. Keep trying and keep trying, because at least you are doing what you need to do. So you are doing what you have to do. What he has to do is his script, and we can't write his script because we are not the directors or the producers of this drama. We are just playing our role. So I'll do my duty, what I have to do. He will do what he has to do, because the script is written by the Supreme Lord. So he's acting according to what is written for in his script, and I'm acting according to what's written in my script. If he forgets his dialogue, it's okay. I will keep doing my dialogue because the drama has to be done in a good way.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji. This is super helpful. Really appreciate everything. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Wish you a very wonderful 2025. May Krishna continue to inspire you and bless you, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Hare
so much.
Krishna.
I think Sundari Mataji next. We may close it after that. Yeah, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam. Thank you so much, Mataji, for this wonderful class. Mataji, you gave example like we should hold on. Like in Kabaddi, we have to hold on our breath. But with me, it happens that since many years, I'm trying to like try to improve my sadhana, especially getting up early in the morning. So whatever I try, but I'm failed and I feel I'm out, like you said. So it has been a situation that since few months I'm thinking I'll not be able to do it and have give it up. So can you please help me? How should I come back? Because if I decide something and then exactly what I've decided, something opposite happens. So I'm not able to accept it now, and I've told myself that maybe I'm not worthy of Krishna's blessings or mercy, and that's why I'm not able to follow my sadhana strictly. I don't know how I should take this. Can you please help me?
So your question is that you feel like giving up on yourself. You feel that I don't think I can do it anymore. So how should I inspire myself? Okay. So now this is my mind cheating you. This is one form of Maya. Mind is cheating you very badly. This Maya, sometimes she acts in this way by discouraging us and telling us that we are not good enough and we can't do. So don't get tricked and take help from somebody around you. And see, it's good to think of oneself, okay, but not that much low that you give up on Krishna consciousness. So we have to have a fine balance. So and we can never be, we are not capable of being that useless, because you see, I always like this example when Srila Prabhupada was with His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj, and they were just looking at some plants and weeds, and Prabhupada pointed out with his stick to a particular weed and said, "What is this used for?" And Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, "That's useless, Prabhupada." And Prabhupada said, "You are useless." Now that was a big statement, because those days, His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj is like the person, Prabhupada's secretary, and everybody really considers him very intelligent. And Prabhupada publicly telling him, "You are useless." And everybody is like pin drop silence. And the next sentence Prabhupada says is, "How can you say it's useless? Nothing is useless in Krishna's creation. Maybe you don't know what this weed is used for, but it must be having some use." You see now, many years ago, nobody even knew about aloe vera. They were like, what is this? Some kind of a cactus. But now it's aloe vera in your toothbrush, toothpaste, in your food, in your cream, everywhere. Now they understood its value. So like that, nothing is useless in Krishna's creation. And that example gives me, it's so hope going for me. Because when I feel like, I'm just not able to do enough for Krishna, and I feel, okay, that's okay. Everybody has some use. I'm not completely useless. Something I can do for Krishna, right? So like that, you should console yourself. Nobody can be completely hopeless. There is no hopeless case. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu has come for us, and we are actually very privileged people. We are very elite people connected to a very elite parampara. Let's be proud of it and inspire ourselves. Yeah, sometimes our days will be low, sometimes will be high. That's a psychological human nature. We'll go up and down. It's just that when we go up, very high up, we shouldn't get too, egoistic. And when we go down, we should become too guilty. We should manage a healthy balance. And for that, sometimes we need support, external support of Shastra, support of sadhu, support of guru, support of other Vaishnava devotees. So start counting what are the good things that you did and what are the things that you have done better, which you were never doing, right? Maybe last year, or the day when you actually started your Krishna consciousness. What are the faults you had and how you have improved over a period of time? And yes, it's okay. At least some improvement is there. Console yourself and then try. The other thing, a tip I would like to give you is that don't make goals which are too difficult to achieve, because then mind will tell you, look, you couldn't do it, you are useless. So keep goals which are easier to achieve, then that positive thing will come up. So instead of like, I'm sorry, I don't know what's your spiritual status, initiated, not initiated, I don't know, and I can't even see you, but you can come up with small goals. If not 16, 8, if not 8, okay, 4. Okay, I'm going to do only 4. I will not even chant fifth round. Only 4 I'll do. Or something like that. A very small goal. And then you achieve it and you feel, yeah, I think I'm doing great. And then slowly keep like one step at a time, one step at a time. That will make you feel so positive. Whatever whether it is about getting up in the morning or whatever time we are now getting up. Okay, I can't get up at 3:30, but I'll get up at whatever time I'm presently getting up, just only half an hour before that. That's all I'm going to do this week or this month. And slowly at a time, step one at a time, you'll be able to improve. So because your mind needs a pep talk. Oh, you're doing well, you're doing good, and then mind will become your friend. Otherwise it will keep bugging you. Okay.
Thank you so much, Mataji. I'm feeling much better and I'll try to work on this. Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay. Shall
Thank
we
you very
end
much,
it here?
Mataji. Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
think close it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Panchakalpadurubhyasya Pavasandrubhyasya Pattanam Pavana Antagodi Vaishnavandu ki jai. Good morning. We have quick announcements now. Please join our Sunday feast program today evening from 5:30 to 9 on ISKCON of Central New Jersey. The upcoming programs is Ekadasi is coming up. Putrada Ekadasi / Vaikuntha Ekadasi / Mukkota Ekadasi. So many names. Same thing. January 9th, Thursday is Ekadasi. Fasting from grains and beans. Next is January 14th is Sankranti. Tuesday it is. Then after that is the February 10th, Monday is Nityananda Trayodasi. Lord Nityananda's appearance day, very important festival to remember and plan and execute on what we are going to do, how we are going to do, what way we are going to serve Guru and Krishna or Acharyas, Vaishnava Sangha. Those are the immediate announcements. Please go on distributing the books. If you like to order Govindas, you can place an order, govindasnj.com, for any of your programs. Minimum artist for 25 people. So those are the quick announcements. Anything else? Madhupati Prabhu? Anyone else has?
No, I think that's good. That covers.
Okay. Well, thank you for your kind association. I'll close the call now.
Radhe Radhe.
Hare Krishna, Hare God.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Anita Gaura.
Radhe Radhe.